don't know I'm stolen. Cause you love to have him all crying. Calling me sweet, telling me you need me. But I'm from a city that's high school. I give him this anymore, I go. Cause you a bad money, she don't love money. She break grass real fast like on money. Wanna swim down to the deep end. Wanna know all my secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real? Cause honestly, I can tell that you're real fond of me. Baby, don't be shy, I can see it in your eyes. I've been running around. Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I don't understand how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I don't understand how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Take it, baby, I ain't scared to take it. Oh, and maybe when I take it, oh, I feel it coming down too strong. Cause I want ya, and it's hard to resist. Cause I need ya, and it's hard to be ya. Cause I believe ya. Hold me tight, holding on tonight. Holding a cuppa, get to you clean and proper. Way I move, I know you can love her. You gon' have me on your mind forever. Ever, nice baby, turn it down like it's sweet and ready. Go slow, keep it nice and steady. Know that you've been keeping patience. Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I don't understand how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I don't understand how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Show me the color where you turn me on. The way you cut me, you want me down.
Show me how you do that.
Pick it up, why you tryna find the pieces when you look it up? Why I like it when you say it when you take it off? And you know that I'm bad. Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I don't understand how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I don't understand how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night?
Thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hid the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the most. I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I fill my mattress, pay my taxes, then I blew the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the least. I quit my boss and cooked that sauce and fed that to the streets. Slide in the bed like a wet flow, already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like echo, everything I do they echo. Big facts, my bank on big man, my drip too wet, that spit can. Yo bitch swap me like Q-tips, hold that shit there like dip can. No rehearse, need no reverb, hold your lip, don't say 3 words. Quick trip to get that lick, broad tree fur if you prefer. Quick ride, no time, I'm in there. She clockwise, real good skincare. No TikTok for that caca. They know that love don't live there. I can't roll dice on your plan. Red Rover, I don't hold hands. Get fortune from my foresight. Investment brought me 4 bands. Don't roll rage, I get roll head. We'll wheel all by your forehead. Them city John be like he lit. Them country girls be like go ahead. If I ain't that man, then I gotta be more than human. How you mean? Funny how the people back then who was hating on the kid always talking about how you clean. Put a little gas in the blunt and I don't pass broke ass nigga. Just please be cool. But I can't blame ya. I won't shame ya. Shit, I probably wanna be me too. It ain't no thing to do my thing. It's what I did the best. I copped that.
Yes. Come on, let's go, people. Back again. I call this show the preview. What preview? The AFCON round of 16 is ready. The stage is set. The FA Cup, the EPL GAMEWEEK 22, and a quick debate tonight. It's a full forward squad. I tell you, I'm ready, people. Let's go. Mark, are you ready for me? Robin, Maggie. I'm telling you, I'm ready. Maggie, what's going on? How you feeling? You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Don. Oh, Nana, what's my name? Oh, Nana, what's my name? Do you know why I'm actually happy? Because at least I will get to see our Turkish hairline. No, sorry, the name actually is very funny to pronounce. I'll be able to see him in action because there's another delay in Cameroon for Onana. And so it's great to see him. Good evening, Don. Good evening from wherever you're watching us from. We're back here again on ISTV.
Yeah, let's do this on ISTV. I have the pleasure to welcome Robbie as well, too, all the way from either Ife or Ibadan. Let me ask him. Robbie, you're welcome to the show.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. It's good to be on the show once again. In fact, right now, I don't even know what to say. I don't know where to start from. But I think it is good to see. Why is Margaret laughing? Why are you blushing?
I know where you're going.
Okay, but you know what? I think the most important thing right now is the match between Nigeria and Cameroon tomorrow. And a lot of Nigerians are calling for Onana to be in between the sticks for Cameroon. And I begin to ask, why do they want Onana to play that match? Initially, they didn't want him to play the match, and suddenly they want him to play that match. So I think there's a whole lot of fun that we're set to see tomorrow. Then I guess one of the sad news of today is the fact that Jurgen Klopp says after this season, he will no longer be the coach of Liverpool. I think he has done so well. Generally speaking, for football, he has done so well for the game, and I think he's somebody that will be missed. Where he's going to, no one knows for now, but hopefully we'll get to see his face back in the English Premier League soon. Thank you. It's good to be on the program.
All right, you're welcome once again. Let me welcome this man. Mark is ready for me. Mark, I can tell you where you are right now. In the office.
Yes.
What's up, bro?
Well, it's good to be here again. It's another Friday, TGIF.
Yeah.
And it's always a happy time to be on this program, to join other analysts and to talk about sports. And of course, for me, my major concern, although it should not be a concern, but somehow I find it becoming a concern for me, is the match between Nigeria and Cameroon. And on paper, it looks to favor Nigeria, but both teams are not actually up to their usual level in terms of performance. And so it can be anybody's game tomorrow.
All right, let me welcome this man. He's going to tell us more about Jurgen Klopp. I don't want to, because it's a club I don't really like. We are not friends, but I have to welcome him onto this show. His name is Irate. Nice one. I'm partially happy because that man that's making you do like this is going.
I mean, you should be happy because he has beaten Man United a lot in the last couple of years. So there's a reason for you to be happy. But
yay!
It's a shocking news this morning, but it was always going to come to an end at some point. So it is what it is, right? So.
All right, you're welcome once again, Irate. All right, let's get straight into this. I have this. It's going to be part of the discussion for tonight. But it's a quick debate. Which country do you think is going to go through into this quarterfinals? We are in the round 16 right now. I'm going to display the from this tomorrow is going to be a cracking game: Angola versus Namibia, Nigeria versus Cameroon. And January 28th, that will be on Sunday, Equatorial Guinea facing Guinea facing each other. And also Egypt will also be welcoming DR Congo. Also on Monday, it's going to be Cape Verde versus Mauritania, Senegal also versus Cote d'Ivoire. And on Monday, Mali versus Burkina Faso, Morocco versus South Africa. I'm going to start off with you, Robbie. Among all this, who do you think is going to go through from Monday? That's Angola versus Namibia.
I think I will start with Angola, Namibia. I would want to tilt in favor of the Warriors, as they are called. That is Namibia, because they have a certain guy called Peter Shalulile. That is one person that applies straight with Sundowns, and is a proven goal scorer. He is also a very, very, very good player. And I think that they play as a unit, despite the fact that it's arguably the biggest star in the team. They play as a unit, and that they should be able to more or less get that win. That is on Monday. For the second team, that should be Egypt DR Congo. I would want to more or less channel the spirit of Kunle, and I think I would want to go with DR Congo, because Egypt has not been impressive in this tournament, and it is disappointing to see them draw 3 games consecutively in this tournament, and that just tells you how abysmal they have been. So I think I would go with DR Congo over there. Cape Verde, Mauritania, no, there is no point for me to even talk more about that one. Cape Verde for me straight away. For Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, I think with the temporary joy that Ivory Coast fans are feeling at this point in time, I will tip Senegal. Senegal has been the most complete team in this tournament. They have been the most composed team in this tournament, and they are more or less the only team so far who knows what they want to do, and they have a process going about how they want to achieve the things they want to achieve. So I will go with Senegal to progress. For Mali, Burkina Faso are one very unpredictable team. On a good day, they are difficult to play against. But I think I will fancy Mali to get to the quarterfinals. And Morocco, South Africa, I am not even going to say anything about that. Morocco all the way for me.
All right. Morocco all the way, says Robbie right there. I'm going to switch to this, and I want Margaret to help me out. This is the time Nigeria is going to face Cameroon tomorrow, and the match preview. I want to clip this part, and I want you to say something about this game. There's so many facts that has been coming up and down about Nigeria facing Cameroon. You know, so many games we've played together, and you know, at this time as a Nigerian going into this game, how do you feel? Do you think we can? Or what exactly do you think the Super Eagles should be wary of if you want to go into the quarterfinals? We've not been scoring goals is another thing entirely. So going into this game, if you want to do a match preview, what exactly do you want the Super Eagles to be wary of going into game tomorrow? Margaret, talk to me.
All right, thank you, Dudon. I would say that if second chance is actually a person, and I think that would be Cameroon. They are one of the teams that are actually lucky that they didn't get thrown out of the tournament, but rather they still play just thanks to and last minute winning goal. And for first of all, I will start with this Cameroonian side. Vincent Abubakar is back, and that should be one of the things that the Super Eagles need to be wary of. And before I go into details, I would like to pinpoint some facts about this Cameroon team. In the last 21 goals, barring own goals and any other goals, all those goals have been scored by players who ply their trade in either Saudi Arabia or France. So it is a very interesting fact, and we'll get to see what will happen that tomorrow. Then for our Super Eagles, honestly, I must say that I'm actually not really happy going to tomorrow's match. In the whole of tournament, it is not. We Nigerians are actually not happy seeing that they've scored just one goal. They've scored just one goal from open play, the second goal, a penalty, the third goal, an own goal. If we look at it all together, we haven't scored any goals. It doesn't make sense. And then Osimhen, all eyes actually on Osimhen. Everybody were actually expecting to see Osimhen doing very well, being the African footballer of the year. There is that pressure on him to deliver. There is that deliver the same way you do with Napoli. I know a lot of people will come out and say he has not been having much delivery. They've not really been giving him that much. I actually do not buy that excuse, because as a footballer, if deliveries are not coming, if supplies are not coming, you go there, you fight for those supplies, you fight for the way that you can score goals, and not for you to just sit down and then you're waiting for balls to come. So we'll get to see what will happen tomorrow. It's going to be a really competitive match, honestly speaking, because I swear right now, I don't know if to say Nigeria will go through or Cameroon will go through. But tomorrow, let's wait and see. Although of recent time, Nigeria have had a better advantage over Cameroon. I hope that works well for the Nigerians. So let's see what will happen tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to call on Mark. You wrote some facts for me about Nigeria versus Cameroon, and could you please explain in details, what we should be expecting into tomorrow's game? I won't lie to you, Mark. I dey fear. I'm serious because you are not scoring goals. Robbie, you are just laughing.
It's a healthy fear to have. So this is the thing. In all competitions, including friendlies at the senior level, Nigeria and Cameroon have played each other 25 times. Wow. Nigeria has 12 wins, Cameroon has 5, and there have been 8 draws. So if history is anything to go by, you can say that Nigeria has the upper hand. But at AFCON, they have played each other 7 times. Nigeria has won 3, Cameroon has won 3, and there has been 1 draw. And the last 2 times they met, I think Nigeria won. I think in 2004, they won 2-1, and then 2019, they won 3-2, I think. So everything historically is looking good for Nigeria. However, another angle to it is that Cameroon always beats Nigeria at the final. Any match that is a final at AFCON, all the 3 times they've met, Cameroon always win. If it is not a final, then yes, Nigeria has either drawn or won. So this match is a round of 16 match. It is not a final match. So we can say, okay, historically, that also favors us. But realistically, if we look at that Cameroon team and the Nigerian team, they are in a kind of topsy-turvy form. Both have not really shown the kind of perennial champions that they used to be, the status that we've known them for in African football. So Cameroon had to struggle with Gambia to scale through to this round. And Nigeria has 1 goal from open play, another penalty, and that's it. The only goal we have scored from open play is from Osimhen. And this tournament so far, we have not seen the very best of him. So their danger man, Vincent Abubakar, is back. We hope that tomorrow, Osimhen will start to deliver the goods, to start to show us the stuff that made him the current African footballer of the year. All in all, I think that if Nigeria wants to win this game, they have to hit the ground running. It is not enough to hope for a penalty or to hope for favors from VAR for decisions to go our way. We really have to try to start putting the ball into the net. Otherwise, it will be an early exit.
All right, Kunle, back to you now. Kunle, you're comfortable for tomorrow. I mean, you feel the way I'm looking at you, you look like somebody fit that already knows Super Eagles. We got this. I mean, why are you so proud? Why are you feeling like we're going to win? What makes you feel, yes, we got this?
Whoever said I was proud. If there is any side, if there is actually any side that I feel, I think the game is going to be open, really. Mark here just reeled out some facts and figures about head-to-head meetings and all. But the truth is, this is now the business end of the competition. Yeah. And the truth is, it can go anyway, to be honest. You see all these things of, because if I remember correctly, we met in 2019, and if I also remember correctly, I think Nigeria did not really have. I think going into that game in 2019, I can't remember how Nigeria's group stage was. Maybe Mark can refresh memory for us.
It
But
was the quarterfinal. It was the quarterfinal.
yeah, yes, it was quarterfinal. But I remember that there was actually no chance. Many people didn't give Nigeria a chance, and the truth is, from nowhere, the Super Eagles just popped up with goals. I remember, I think Igalo got the winner because people were actually surprised that, wow, so the Super Eagles could actually score goals. So, like, because I remember, I think that was the first game where
it was Alex Iwobi. Alex scored 2 goals. Igalo scored 1.
I think before those games, Nigeria were not really scoring goals. So, I think this game is just open. Okay, if we are using the group stage to make reference and all, you see, forget the fact that Cameroon narrowly qualified and all of that. Okay, this is the business end of it. It's a different ball game now, so it can go anyway, anybody's way. So for me, I would say, may the best team win. If you are looking at, maybe it's tomorrow, Osimhen will come alive. Maybe it's tomorrow, Vincent Abubakar will get a goal. If Onana is in goal, maybe it's tomorrow Onana will keep a clean sheet. There are just so many things that can come out of that game, So it's going to be very open for me.
All right. Because of time as well, too. Tomorrow also Angola will be facing Namibia. Kunle, say on you. Angola going with Namibia, in this competition. What do you think? Which team do you think is going to between Namibia?
I think I would say Angola because if we want to go by history, Angola has more appearances in AFCON than Namibia. I think this is just the 4th time Namibia are appearing, but Namibia made a good account for themselves really by being one of the best 3rd place teams. But I think Angola really did very well because I think Angola are in a phase where they are trying to, let me say, rebuild their image, because I think the best era that we had of Angola was that period where they had this team that went to the 2006 World Cup, where you had this player called Flavio, you had the Manuchos and some other players like that. They were also host of the 2010 AFCON. They reached the quarterfinals. Angola know how to, and well, I think the quarterfinals is the farthest they've gone, but they've played with the best of the best, right? So if I want to give it to any team, I will give it to Angola. But then let's not forget that Namibia and Angola are neighbors. They share borders the same way Nigeria and Cameroon share borders. So these 2 fixtures are going to be fixtures of neighbors. They know each other very well. Yeah, so like the Nigeria-Cameroon game, I think this game will be open, just like Nigeria-Cameroon. But if I would give anybody, I think I would give Angola the slight advantage.
All right, let's switch to the hot topic for today. And it's going to be about this manager. That's the reason why I'm seeing my brother Irate is fuming. It's just like, what is going on? Well, Jurgen Klopp says he's going to step down as a Liverpool manager at the end of this season. Irate, you have to come in and explain to us, because at this point, I know it's a shocking. Do you think this story could derail your title race because you're on top of the league? Can it affect you guys?
I mean, this is a very big news. Imagine waking up to this shocking news on a Friday morning. It was unexpected as a Liverpool fan we expected him to stay on until 2026. In terms of derailing the title bid, I think it could either ways. It could, and it could actually galvanize the squad to want to win the title for him, as a send off, because is immense, is one of the most prominent figures ever in Liverpool's history, and what he has done for the club is just remarkable. So I think for me, I'm sad definitely that he's leaving, but I'm a little bit upset that the timing could have been better.
Yes.
I feel like he could have waited towards the end of the season to make. I mean, according to him, the board where he made the board aware in November that he was leaving. But for me, he should have just kept it till the end of the season. It's still under contract, and maybe towards the end of the season he can spill it out. But for me, I feel like the timing could have been better on his part. But a lot of talks have been going around regarding the owners not supporting him. And one thing I want people to know is Klopp has done a very good job of protecting the owners over the years.
Absolutely.
When he goes, like, for example, last season he wanted Jude Bellingham and he went to them, they were like, we can't afford Jude Bellingham right now. And this is not the first time that, he's had a player that he wanted to sign and the club are not releasing the funds to him. But he's not a manager that moans or cries around. He just tries to get the job done with whatever he has at his disposal. So he's done a very good job for the owners. And I don't think there's any rift between them. Maybe you might think, oh, we could have spent better. We could have tried to get Bellingham in, no matter the cost and things like that. But I really don't think that's a problem. On the other hand, we also have to say that Liverpool have lost a lot of money, especially last season. If you look at the recent Deloitte money list that was released, I think yesterday, Liverpool was down to 14th, and I think made a loss of a couple of millions or thereabouts. And of course, the factors include last season, we didn't win a major trophy. I mean, we won Community Shield, but I think only Arsenal fans think that is a major trophy. We also didn't make the top four, and we're out of the Champions League in the round of 16. So the revenue was really, really down for us last season, and therefore we couldn't spend as much as we wanted on players until the Arab money came in to save us towards the end of the transfer window. So there's not a lot of money there, and maybe Klopp has felt, this is a good time to step down when the bar is high. He's done a good job rebuilding this team. Now he's rebuilding the team again the second time and is putting down a good foundation for whoever is taking over. So yeah, we wish him all the best. On his defense, Klopp has not had a break in football since he's taken over as Dortmund manager. When he stepped down at Dortmund, he wanted to go out for like a year, but Liverpool came in after a couple of months and he couldn't say no, so he took the job. So for him now, I think he wants to take maybe a year or 2 years away from football just to, re-energize and look at where he's going to next. So as a Liverpool fan, yeah, we've had a lot of highs, more highs than lows. It's taken us back to the pinnacle of English football. Won us the Holy Grail, definitely. Brought the Champions League back to Anfield. And also for me as a fan, the one thing I remember Jurgen Klopp for is the fact that I've not seen that stat, but I'm very sure that no team has won the amount of home games Liverpool has won.
Absolutely.
Jurgen Klopp took over. He is the reason why every game that we are playing at Anfield, I always watch it with so much confidence that we are not losing the game. So it really changed. It changed the status of the club. Was really down when he came in, and it took us back to, like I said, to the top of the league, and also won the league title for us. Options going forward.
Yeah, I want to come in there. I got this to be shown on the screen as a Liverpool fan. Which among all this coach will you want to be at your club next season at the dugout?
I mean, Pep Linders, his assistant, is actually a very fantastic guy. He's been doing a good job, but the backroom coaches are also leaving with Jurgen. I think only the goalkeeper coach has been around for decades, so he's going to stay. The other coaches are leaving, which is sad to see. But amongst this managers here to be the next, I don't see Diego Simeone. Definitely, he's not a Liverpool type of coach. Neither is Luciano Spalletti. Luis Enrique, I think he'll continue at PSG. They're having a kind of topsy-turvy time there, so he will continue there. Steven Gerrard he had a shout when he took over the Aston Villa job, and everyone thought he was going to, they both signed a contract extension towards the end of that when Klopp was leaving as well. So we all thought, fairy tale, Gerrard coming back to Liverpool and taking us in the league title. That might happen in the future, but he just signed a new contract with Al Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia, so I don't see Gerrard coming. And Nagelsmann, I would say his stock has fallen a little bit. He's under pressure right now to win on home turf for Germany in the upcoming Euros this year. So I don't think there will be any kind of speculation about him coming to Liverpool. So that leaves us with Alonso and De Zerbi. De Zerbi, I like him as a manager. I think he's very similar to what Klopp, like style of play that Klopp wants. But you can't just look past Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
For me, he's a Liverpool legend and he's doing a great job at Leverkusen. And I know Kunle has asked, what if he doesn't win the league? It's not just about winning the league. It's about the style of play. It's about him coming to take over from a team that was going to relegation. And now they are at the top of the Bundesliga. So he's done a great job, a remarkable job, no matter what happens. So, I mean, it's a tough choice, De Zerbi and Alonso. But I think the owners, knowing Xabi Alonso has played for the club, might just peep towards Alonso over De Zerbi. But for me, out of this list, I think those are the two managers that I would love to see taking over from next season.
Robbie, do you think Manchester United should go for Klopp? I mean, in future?
No, that's impossible.
Impossible.
He's a manager, he's not a player, so there can be that chance of him coming to United to coach the team. And I think if he comes to United to coach the team, it will add a little bit of a feistiness to when United and Liverpool play. But I think he's going to be a wonderful manager for United, regardless of whatever it is any fan or other fans might think. A quick look at this list. I think for Alonso, well, I will not want to stick out my neck and say he possibly might become the next Liverpool coach. He's also eyeing the Real Madrid job because for Carlo Ancelotti, he will not be there for very long, right, having spent so much time at the club. So for Xabi Alonso, he also played very well for Real Madrid. He had a wonderful memory with them. He had a wonderful time with them. So I think he'll be eyeing the Madrid job. For Roberto De Zerbi, just like Irit said, he didn't play for the club, but he's one manager that his philosophy might more or less mirror the kind of thing that the Liverpool hierarchy are looking at. For other managers, I don't see them anywhere near the job at Anfield. But who knows? Maybe Frank Lampard or Graham Potter might be in the picture to get the job at Anfield. Who knows? Maybe the two of them might actually get the nod for the job.
All right.
I think the impact of this is also we need to think about the players that might leave as well. Salah has not committed. He's out of contract next season. Salah and Van Dijk. Wow. And if they were thinking about renewing, I think this club's announcement has made up their decision for them to leave Liverpool. I think Salah and Van Dijk will be. I think Salah will leave at the end of the season, and Van Dijk probably next season. So whoever is coming in, you are losing two pillars and two very important players in the team, and you would have to replace them. So it's going to be a tough job for anyone coming in. But I feel like Robbie said, Alonso might be. I mean, Real Madrid, in my opinion, should be snapping up Jurgen Klopp. If I were Real Madrid, I'm having a pre-agreement with Klopp to take over from Ancelotti, maybe in another 1 or 2 seasons. But I don't think Klopp will be taking over another club next season.
I don't think so too.
So I think they should be snapping up Klopp, while Alonso, I would prefer Alonso to move to Liverpool. But who knows? We'll see between now and the end of the season.
All right, we'll see between now and the end of the season. Let's move on to the FA Cup coming up tomorrow. So many FA Cup. But I just screenshot this one. Let's just look at it. Chelsea will be facing Aston Villa, and
Chelsea is losing to. It's today. Chelsea is losing to Aston Villa today.
Oh, they are playing today. Is it today?
Yeah.
Yeah, all those.
Yes, they are playing today. Tottenham and Man City are playing by 9 p.m.
And
Chelsea,
Tottenham versus Man City as well. They are playing today.
They're all tonight.
Oh,
tonight.
Wow, that's another cracking game for Man City. Kunle, did you hear what this guy Pep, what he said about the new what's it, Omar Berrada that is going to be Manchester United? I think he's just making some stupid comments about we still have Haaland. Margaret, did you hear about that? That comment from Pep.
He said the Omar would have done a great job if he can help rebuild Man United. He's not lying now. Is he lying?
Yeah.
Man United.
Yeah. See, the thing is this.
Of course, it is all there for us to see that United are not doing well at the moment. So if he made such comments, it means that Omar did a great job at Man City. So, but I don't know if he's saying that to wish United well, or if he's just making mockery of Man United. That is what I actually do not know. I can't read into that statement.
Well, Kunle, we want to say something.
Now, I don't think it is mockery of Man United. Like they said, Berada has already, like, when they say someone has paid his dues, right? I would put him as maybe someone like he's like the way Jurgen Klopp has paid his dues everywhere he's gone to. That's the kind of person Berada is. And in the back room. And the truth is, for the kind of problems Man United have had over the years, which better way than to have someone who has a seasoned, this is actually the first time that, I think United are bringing someone with vast football experience coming to handle a very, big position as CEO, because that's the problem. The people we've had as CEOs were more commercial oriented. Now, the thing is, Berada is also commercial oriented. Make no mistake about that. He is actually commercial oriented as well. But the key thing here is that he has that football expertise. He understands how it works. So he is that kind of person that is not the Ed Woodward or the Richard Arnold that really didn't understand how things were going on the pitch. And when you are coming from a place like City, everybody in the back room needs to understand how the football works. If it doesn't work, so that is exactly the kind of thing United need. And he's the CEO, so he's going to be overseeing both commercial and. So I mean, that for me is a steal. But I know some people are trying to play it down like maybe he has outlived his time and all. No, people like that don't outlive their time. It's like saying as Klopp is leaving Liverpool, has he outlived his time? Absolutely not. That is not possible. So that's for me is a good coup for Man United. This kind of moves that we see, it happens in sports like Formula One, where one of the chief technical engineers in, say, a team like Ferrari will go to Mercedes, or from Mercedes goes to, that's what you call poaching. You poach them, and when you poach those kind of people, you are going to see the results. Honestly, so to me, it's a very good deal for Man United, and I hope it will yield desired as the season goes by.
All right, the fixtures for game week 22, which is going to start on Tuesday. We have Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Likewise, Fulham welcome Everton. Luton will welcome Brighton. Crystal Palace also will be welcoming Sheffield United, whereas Newcastle, another cracking game coming up on Tuesday. Newcastle will be going to Aston Villa. And on Wednesday, Man City versus Burnley, Spurs versus Brentford. Liverpool versus Chelsea. And Irate, during the, I think, is it Carabao Cup final? Or
no, this is the league.
I know this one, but it seems you guys are facing each other twice now.
Twice, yes.
Yeah. This one in the league, and also there's one. Is it Carabao Cup?
Carabao Cup. That would be my
Carabao Cup, no Carabao Cup.
Ibadan Cup.
Irate, considering the fact that this guy won't be around, Salah. You can, yeah, and also Chelsea beating Middlesbrough.
No, we are not reading a lot into Chelsea beating Middlesbrough. I mean, Middlesbrough can't even beat Shooting Stars the way they played against Chelsea. That's how horrible they were. So Middlesbrough is nothing. It's a very crucial week for Liverpool, coming week, because we face Chelsea and then we face Arsenal in the weekend.
Yeah. And
if you're having title aspirations, you can't afford to lose these games. The good news is we have Szoboszlai, Robertson, and Trent back, and I think they should be playing the FA Cup this weekend or the game against Chelsea. So that is a huge boost, even though we don't have Salah at the moment. But like I said, with this, I know it's going to be an emotional game. I'm glad that Chelsea or Arsenal game is not the next game, because I know they know which one will be an emotional game at Anfield. So let's take all of those emotions out of the way and get back to business, which is the fact that we are still in 4 competitions that we are able to win. So Chelsea, I'm really not, I would say I'm confident we'll get the job done against Chelsea at Anfield. But Arsenal, they'll go gun blazing at Emirates or at next weekend. So that's the one I feel like it's a very tricky one. And Man City are behind the scenes waiting to back their place at the top of the table that they've been used to. So it's a tough game, but I do believe that with the number of players coming back from injury, we should be able to get some good results.
Yes. Margaret, Manchester United will be playing Wolves. If you look at it, that's the last game on Thursday. Wolves will be welcoming Manchester United. And on this table, Margaret, top 4, we should forget about it, right?
No, it's still possible. Top 4. Yes, top 4.
Kunle,
it's possible.
Robbie, no,
ask top 4.
Yes. No,
Robbie,
yes, on paper. Even you don't have. Don't wait. Even you, as a fan, you don't have belief in your team again that they can qualify for top 4.
Look at top 4. Look at the gap.
I understand. I know. Yes, it might seem as if it's very far. It's like there. It's not reachable. But nothing. This is football. Nothing is impossible.
Robbie, every calculation.
Writing. The done. Brighton will definitely lose points. And West Ham
is as
will
far as Jerusalem to Canaan.
Top 4.
Anything is possible. I am looking. I can see it very well. Can you please zoom it out a bit? So, I mean, zoom. I want to see it clearly.
Okay, hold on.
Look, the thing is, guys, I agree with Margaret. It's actually possible. And you know how it is possible. All United just need to do is win games. See, forget about the teams that are in front. Just win your games. Then you will see what will happen. Just win. Be winning your games. And honestly,
does this team strike you like a team that is going to just keep winning games?
Help me ask them. Thank you, Jare, but help me ask them.
By the way,
just go on the road.
It's 8 points different between United and West Ham. I hope I calculate well. It's
Aston Villa is occupying the fourth.
I mean, between United and Aston Villa, it's just 8 points different. And there is nothing. This is football we're talking about here. Aston Villa, fine, they've done well. They've been able to keep the momentum till this 22. This is 22 weeks. They've been able to keep that momentum, being in top 4, being in the top 6 position. But see, at the end of the day, they will get tired. They will drop points. Aston Villa will drop points. Let me tell you, West Ham will drop points. Brighton will drop points. And United will win. We'll keep winning. If people don't believe, I do.
Well, the truth is,
let me show you.
Trying to make up a four game gap. So are you saying Aston Villa will lose 4 games? And Man United will just make up that gap? No, that's not happening now. For me, Man United should forget about top 4.
I'm serious.
Wait, I read. United. Wait, United
can win. We're going to celebrate that top 4 with you guys.
Wait, I read. United can win all 4, while Brighton and this other one, they can win 2, lose 2. I'm not saying it can't happen to United. I'm just saying that if they go on a roll, because don't forget, I read. They were in this position last season where they were going on a roll, and that was what helped them in making the top 4, even though they kind of lost form towards the end of the season. That run they were able to go, which started before the World Cup and continued. That's why I said they can do it. It's left to them. If they can win, and that's the thing about United, if those wins can be coming back to back, they will keep having that confidence going forward. But of course, once there is a blip, then it happens. So this is the time for them to really do it if they are really concerned about the top 4. And the good thing is some of the key players are back. Casemiro is back. Lisandro Martinez is back. right? You understand?
I don't hear you now.
And we might make some additions in January. Who knows?
For me,
all eyes open.
No, the manager said that there won't be any striker by January. There won't be.
I'm sorry to say this. We can't make top 4. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. There's nothing to be sorry about. Is the fact. 11
points.
It does not. It can never happen. And Colin was talking about last season. Look at the gap between first and Tottenham that is fourth. It's really a lot of teams. So you overtake West Ham, Brighton, Tottenham, and Aston Villa. No, come on. It's not.
No, but Brighton, West Ham, and Tottenham are actually possible. That's why I said by the time you are winning, even Aston Villa that are in fourth, they will be feeling the heat now. You understand?
All the other teams. So all those 4 teams, one you will be winning, and the other teams will not.
Now, come on, Irate, you know that the likes of West Ham, Brighton will not always win their game. So the onus is on United. That's why I said the onus is on United to go on a run.
I think right now is United that will not always win their games. Right now, for me,
I agree. But if they care, they should do it, because if any team is capable of going on a run, it's them. You can't really see, because West Ham, as much as you can't really bank on West Ham to go on all season long, or Brighton. You understand? That's why you could say that there is a bit of golf in class in them in terms of their stature and all of that. You understand? So United are capable of doing this. I mean, even at their worst under the social.
All right.
So why can't they do it again?
Continue. All right, Mark, are you ready for me for La Liga? La Liga man. Let me reach out to Mark. Mark, can you hear me? Mark, we are ready. The La Liga man is here.
Yes, I'm ready.
I have a quick question for Mark, but maybe he can get started and then I can chime in. Okay, Mark, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Let me take your question, if you don't mind.
Okay. So I don't know. I feel like La Liga is Jurgen Klopp's next destination. And you have 2 teams in Barca and I think Barcelona might probably change their manager at the end of the season. I know there's noise of Marquez, but as Laporta, as we all know, Laporta the man is, I don't think he would go for Marquez over Klopp. And I also think Perez will be eyeing Klopp to take over from Ancelotti, even though he signed a 2-year extension. That doesn't mean that he cannot leave halfway into the contract. So for you, which team do you think it is possible for Jurgen Klopp to join in Spain between those teams?
Okay, I'm going to answer that question in the light of everything I'm going to say in the La Liga roundup. Do you mind?
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay,
good. Okay, so good. The La Liga this weekend, the week is getting into week 21 for some and 22 for some, because Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona both have a game in hand, and that's why Girona are leading the table right now. They are 1 point above Real Madrid, and Barcelona is 8 points adrift of Girona and 7 points adrift of Real Madrid in third. This weekend is going to look like this. Real Madrid are going away to Las Palmas, and it should look like an easy win on paper, but all the small teams in La Liga this season are giving the big teams a run for their money. So on paper, it looks easy, but in real life, not so. Barcelona will be at home, but they are playing another potential banana skin, Villarreal. And Villarreal are also going to stake a claim in this match because they need points. They've not been doing particularly well, but on any day, they have what it takes to offset Barcelona. The key game in the league is going to be on Sunday, and that's between Atletico Madrid, who are at home, versus Valencia. Matches between these two teams are always played at a frenetic pace. And Atletico Madrid has had a particularly tough week. I think it was yesterday, they fought so hard to break down Sevilla in the Copa del Rey to get to the semi-finals. And now they are also going to play Valencia. So it's going to be a very tough week for them. And talking about the managerial position, it's looking likely that Xabi Alonso might go to Real Madrid because Madrid will, at one point or the other in the near future, they are going to have to let Ancelotti go. Normally, Ancelotti was supposed to go to Brazil and take over the national team for the 2026 World Cup, But one thing led to another, and he had to extend his contract. So it's looking more likely that if he has to go before the end of his contract, it will have to be Xabi Alonso that will take over, especially with what he's doing now at Bayer Leverkusen. For Barcelona, it is not a good thing for them financially to let go of Xavi right now because they do not have the money, and they've reached agreement for a 200 million 200 million euros cash injection from another partner, but they cannot sign it for some reasons. So they are still waiting for clearance on that. However, they have decided that in the meantime, the best thing to do is to let Xavi stay. And at the end of the season, it is looking increasingly likely that Xavi will leave on his own terms and without asking for any monetary demands from Barcelona.
Wow.
If that happens, there are like 5 or 6 candidates that will take over. Definitely Mourinho is out of it, despite the fact that he came to Barcelona after he was sacked at Roma. It's looking more likely that one of Thiago Motta, who used to be a Barcelona's player in the early 2000s and who is now at Genoa, will take over, or they can do what they did with Guardiola and put in the B team coach now, Rafael Marquez, who is also something of a club legend. However, where Klopp comes into the picture, and that's the answer to your question, is that before Xavi was appointed, Klopp left, went to Liverpool from Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona were actually considering him. They were not so sure that his tactics will work. They were strongly considering him, but ultimately he went to Liverpool. And now that he's going to be free, and it's coinciding with Xavi wanting to leave on his own terms, it looks like Barcelona can resurrect that hope of getting Klopp as manager. The thing about this is that Klopp's style is a totally different style from Barcelona's. So it remains to be seen what is going to bring in and how it's going to work. But realistically, it is not looking so. But anything can happen in the world of football. So for the near future, Xavi will be there till the end of the season, and we'll see where everything goes at if Klopp decides to come to Barcelona or not.
Klopp to Barcelona.
I have a follow-up question. Can Barcelona financially put together a package for Klopp? We know
no, they don't have money.
Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. The thing is yes and no. No, because just like the Donna said, they don't have the money.
They don't.
When you don't have money,
broke.
When you don't have the money, you are on the back burner when it comes to negotiation. Yes, because Barcelona is now looking at the fact that they are blessed with immense young talents that are coming through. Like in the cup, we saw Hector Fort as right back. We saw McGui. We saw Lamine Yamal, who scored a fantastic goal and it needs 2 open goals to put Barcelona ahead. Yeah, and then there is another guy who is coming, Pau Kubasi, who replaced Andres Christensen when he got injured in the first half. So Barcelona see the fact that their future is assured, is in safe hands, and they are looking at the idea of selling their best players who are actually now getting on in years. Andre Ter Stegen has had a good cover in Iñaki Peña, and they are thinking of letting him go. The problem is Barcelona still hold him a lot of money. We don't know whether that will happen or not. Frankie de Jong, I know that if Barcelona comes to a compromise with him, he will surely go to Manchester United, even though it is against his will. That will also bring him money. Barcelona are looking at how to sell Lewandowski to Saudi Arabia. That should bring in some 20 million. Rafinha, they are not totally pleased with him. They want to sell him to Newcastle or another league, another club in England. So all those selling of players will actually free up the wage bill. And then Barcelona can now do a compensation package that can satisfy Klopp. But it is not even about the money. It is about the tactics. Because Barcelona are like Arsenal. They want to play beautiful football and win. And that doesn't always happen every day. And I don't think that Klopp, the kind of manager he is, will subscribe to that idea. He will want to change some things, tweak some things, and Barcelona are set in their ways. So how that marriage will work, I don't know. And nobody can say for sure.
All right, guys, this is AFCON we can go tonight.
Okay. Oh.
What do you want to say, Margaret?
Okay. Mark, I want to add in all of this. I've heard people have mentioned a lot of coaches who may likely take over Barcelona.
They are broke.
Yes. But I haven't heard. Yes, that is where this particular man I want to mention comes in, because he can actually do with anything. Miguel of Girona, the manager of Girona. What if at the end of the season Barcelona goes for him? Yeah. Mikel. Okay, Mikel. Okay. Sometimes I don't mispronounce that Miguel.
Yeah, it happens.
Because if you look at the relationship that Girona CEO have with Pep, which is actually Pep's brother. So, and then that Barcelona connection is there. Don't you think that he will do a great job at Barcelona?
Yeah. Let me quickly answer that. You see, the thing with Mikel is that even though he's doing fantastically well at Girona with their budget and the kind of players they have, he is not a champion yet. Nobody knows whether they will win the league yet. But he has done appreciable work, and he is the kind of coach that makes his players better, and that is what Barcelona needs. However, there are some people inside Barcelona. A good example is Deco, who is like the sporting director, who feel that this man is just actually average. You cannot judge him on one season at Girona, lowly Girona, and then another factor to look at in this case is that because Girona are owned by a certain group, City Football Group, I think, who also own Manchester City, they can actually, behind the scenes, decide his future, and it will not end up at Barcelona. And of course, the third reason is obvious: money. When you don't have money, there is little you can say. You can ask Barcelona for a lot of money, and they feel, oh, you are not worth this amount of money. We are the ones that actually want to help you. So there is a lot at play in there, but look, in sporting terms, is the kind of coach that Barcelona will need.
Last, broke FC.
I am on the spotlight today. People are firing.
Everybody go there, all right.
And I have a quick question, Mark. Would it be seen as a failure if Barcelona don't win the league, and let's say Girona eventually win the league? Do you think
a total failure?
So you think they will just let Xavi
It is a total failure. The Barcelona always see themselves as wanting to win the league and Champions League if it is possible every season. So if you come and you don't win any, if you win like Copa del Rey, which they have won the most anyway, and you win Super Copa, it is nothing. If you don't win the league,
forget about
the Champions League, they can excuse you. If you don't win the national title, you are a failure. And the only thing that is working in Xavi's favor now is that he won it last season. His first season, he was put under fire. Then he won it, then he rested. Now he's back on fire. So
all right.
All
right. This is the man. I call him La Liga man. Mark, thank you so much for this one. This is how far we can go tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of games tomorrow. I'm sure Kunle will be watching Manchester United. He won't watch Nigeria match.
I'm whichever way it goes. The fact that Man United are playing Newport County does not mean it's guaranteed, because FA Cup is full of shocks.
Absolutely.
United need to be at their best, otherwise upset the cup.
All right, Kule, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thanks, Don.
All right, Robbie, thank you so much. Tomorrow is tomorrow. We are not leaving anyway. We're not going to go for anybody. All right. Margaret, nothing they happen. We must win. Irate. It is what it is. I'm so happy when I heard this man is going. In fact, I wanted to call you early in the morning. I said, you'll still be sleeping. Wake up, this man.
You'll be happier when Newport dumps you out of the episode.
Yeah, I know me. No, all right, Irate, thanks you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, people, this is how far we can go. We are so grateful. We so thank every one of you guys supporting us right, left, front, back, and center. This is how far we can go. Let's watch tomorrow's game. I'm talking about Nigeria match. Let me use my prediction right now. Nigeria will win with a lone goal, and the goal is going to come from Osimhen. Osimhen is going to score tomorrow. Watch this space. All right, guys, drop your comment. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow? On this one, I'm going to sign out and say thank you so much for joining us. Bye for now.